let the outcome be a little bit less of a thought. Yeah, that's like other world. If I'm hitting this that way and I'm set up down the slope, I can expect maybe to like brush it off the turf. One club,
Yeah.
and do loads of chipping comps against your mates. I think it's the best way of getting good at chipping.
Looking pretty good.
It's alright.
What are you distance-wise compared to like Liam? Similar?
Yeah, same.
We're all about the same, aren't we?
Yeah, I think
Low
so.
120s.
Yeah, so when we were in Florida, obviously you got a bit more heat, so it was like mid 120s, and then you could get up there like 190.
Really?
Mad how much like...
You're just free to like...
Yeah, and then you come back here the day after, it's like mid 170s again.
Yeah.
Makes such a massive difference.
Yeah, I guess the ball is warmer. That must make like
Yeah.
a tiny bit difference, but then just like being freed up to actually move.
Ball's warmer, club face is warmer,
Yeah.
you're warmer, so you can actually move properly.
Yeah. And
Cheers.
here we are in 5 layers.
Yeah, exactly.
Beautiful. What are you working on at the moment?
So I'm always like nowadays quite like anal about my grip.
Okay.
So I had let it get a bit too strong in my right hand.
Yeah.
So I'm always stronger left, bit like you. But I quite like my hand being more on top.
Okay.
And then everything I work on is to just try and release it as hard as I can.
Really?
So yeah,
What, do you get a bit like that?
Yeah, if ever I'm off, I'll just be like effectively like getting down like that.
Right.
So I just want to be in a place where I feel like from the top I can just release everything,
Just throw it hard.
and it not go left.
Right, okay.
Because when you're playing tournament golf, I think that's the most important part of what Liam does. Is it's not about like on the range or even like just playing with your mates or anything. It's what's going to work under the gun.
Yeah.
And under the gun, I had tournaments like year before last, where I'd literally stand there, I'd be like paralysed, like not able to hit the ball because I'm feeling like positions
Yeah.
and stuff that like in theory is correct, but then you take it out of that environment here where it's like doesn't really matter, and you put it under the gun and it all just kind of breaks down.
Yeah, yeah.
So if you try and carry on doing it, your brain just goes, no, not happening.
No, I've had this before. Like, being so... I was like... I can't remember what coach I was seeing now, but this is probably about 5 years ago, and he's trying to get me to hit a certain position on the way back, and I literally couldn't take the club away.
Yeah.
I was literally, like, frozen. Like, there was so much conscious thought of trying to, like, manipulate what I was doing. It was literally like full swing yips or something. I don't even know what you call it.
Yeah, no, it's because it's like you're so desperate to do something, but what happens is when you're on the range, your intention is to do that thing.
Yeah.
But then on the golf course, your intention is to hit a good shot. So you've got like a separate kind of situation that you've not practiced.
Yeah.
So you're always trying to do that move and it's fine on the range, and then you get on the course and your brain goes, hang on, we're not trying to do that anymore.
Yeah.
So we'll just revert back to whatever it was doing before, which is why it's really important when you're making the swing changes to stress test it all the time,
Yeah.
because otherwise
On the range or on the course? Like
so just kind of like gradually put it into play. So that might at the start mean a few shots on the range where you're like picking target, going through routine, doing all the difficult stuff that you would do on the course, but then over time it will like steadily adapt to the point where you're effectively doing, as your pre-shot routine, the drills you do on the range.
Yeah.
And there's no real separation, it's just the same.
Yeah.
You hear it all the time, don't you? Oh, I hit it great on the range and like crap on the course, and it's because you're doing something different.
Yeah.
It's a different situation.
Completely different environment.
Yeah, you're training differently.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I mean, we sort of touched on that. Maybe we'll touch on that a bit out on the golf course.
Yeah, 100%.
We talked about, and I spoke to Steve about this in some length before. It's like golf is the only sport where you practice out of the environment. I'm pretty sure it's the only sport, isn't it? Like,
Yeah,
We were-
the way we do it.
We was joking, yeah, like the way you do it, like you wouldn't practice like your free kicks like on a driving range. You would
No, we were
be
talking about it.
in,
weren't we?
yeah, you'd be in environment, and you know you'd do drills where you're like taking a touch, taking on the defender and shoot. Like it's all stuff that's relevant to the actual sport itself. But in golf, you're like away from the golf course, away from like any different sort of like any the changes in lies and grass conditions and stuff. And you're just standing there, ball after ball, in a place that's not a golf course.
I think it's like that progression of like do it slowly, then do it like full speed, then do it in a practice game, then on course. That's kind of quite commonplace in the coaching world to say to do that.
Yeah, that's
But-
become quite common, right?
Yeah, but if you don't have the time, and if that progression never takes hold, like it can be quite difficult to make it ever happen.
Yeah.
The amount of people that they'll never get past the do the new movement slow on the range, and you just sort of think, okay, if you can't have the time to go through that whole process, what's the best thing to do? Get you moving in like a nice way.
Yeah.
Get it feeling natural. Do drills that feel natural and like you're not having to force yourself into positions you don't want to be in, and then that will make it easier to bring it out on the course
Yeah.
because you're not doing some convoluted movement that you don't understand.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. Like the tour pros, you know, starting slow and doing that stuff, it's obviously like had a lot of success for like certain players and
100%.
stuff. But like, yeah, for your average guy who's maybe hitting balls once a week, that might be quite hard to implement, right?
With the like motor learning literature says that's the way to do it, but it's such an effort to do it. Like you have to be so like painstaking with that process. If you can do it, then great. But the majority of us would probably.
Who's doing it on a driving range that you've ever seen?
No, nobody.
No.
Like even in myself, I've tried to do it loads of times and I just get frustrated
Yeah.
because it's just so long.
Yeah. No,
Basically.
I've been there. Love this leg up thing. Have you tried it?
Yeah, so I tried to quite a bit, and then the other one, you know, the one you're doing in the long game,
What?
the leg up on the other side, that one.
Yeah.
That's the first drill I ever did with Liam.
Oh, that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I lost my pelvis so much doing what I was doing before, working on like getting the club outside,
Yeah.
and all it did was just like sag my whole left side.
Yeah. How did you have a hard time trying to like maintain height?
Yeah.
Yeah, mate. Honestly, it's so hard for me to try and like, actually extend the spine and maintain height.
Yeah, because you're so desperate to
So
stay on it.
just want to go there.
Yeah.
So you're gonna take a lot of drilling to get that out.
We'll get the last bit. That as a start. That's that bit. It's like
Right, we're on our way down to the fourth tee at Heythrop, par 5, and we know this one's been spiked yesterday, and we're just hoping that the 5th, 6th, 7th and 8th, like at least like 4 or 5 holes would be alright, but it's more than likely that they've been done, but it has been frosty, so we got a chance. Where's that?
I think. Left edge.
So I've just had a driver delivered, which is in the car, and we're going to talk about like driver setup and the way it influences your action, because obviously the way that Liam gets you hitting it is more like driven. So he'll launch it at what, like 8-9 degrees,
A bit higher because of the way he's got it set up, but he'll hit down on it is the important part.
Like one down.
He'll be hitting one down, but then he'll still get the amount of spin that he's after.
Yeah.
And if you've got a driver that's, say, like optimal, like
Yeah.
8 degrees, Ventus black shaft in it, all of that, then if you kind of hit it in this way, it won't get in the air. So
Well, that's literally exactly the flight that I've just got there.
yeah.
So it launches at 9. I've got it lofted up as much, it will go to 9.5. But it's the LS head,
Yeah.
and it literally just falls out the sky, like proper knuckleball, 1700 spin.
Because you get clubs are set up, obviously in fitting they're incentivized to get more yards for you, so they'll set them up to be low spinning, like get the loft down, so you have to hit up on it to get it in the air.
Yeah.
But the reality is, on average on tour, they hit down on it with a
Yeah.
driver.
Like 1 degree down is average, isn't it, driver?
So
Like
they-
Rory is the anomaly, and that's probably why he hits it so much further than everyone. Like, yeah, he swings it quick, but he's getting so much out of 124 miles an hour
yeah,
because he's like 6 up on it.
yeah, he's got like 1.5 plus smash every time.
Yeah, like 186 ball speed, whereas someone else would probably be like 181 ball speed and 20 behind him. And you'd think you'd sacrifice accuracy, but obviously Rory, you know, the best driver in the world.
Good, yeah.
Yeah, ridiculous.
240.
240. The Irish dentist. We're gonna have a play around with using the phone, because you can actually like get the whole ball flight, like the zoom. You can actually see the ball through the air. I know we probably up those tee shots a bit, but we'll try it. What club?
I've got 3 iron. I'm just going to obviously err on the side of left.
Okay.
I really want to hit it over the wall. Ball below your feet. Tad short.
I've got 9 iron out.
Ah.
Yeah.
Don't know if I can see it, but
It's out.
I think it's out.
Right, George is probably about 60 away, just up here, just left of the sun, just in the thick rough. Yeah, not bad. What a day. What a day. Sorry, I shouldn't do that. What a day. Oh dear. You'll be demonetised, mate.
It's where you got to not be scared of it, I think.
Yeah, 100%. So I just got to work out what I'm trying to do here. I'm sort of moving towards just getting the upper body in front of it to get the low point forward.
Yeah.
Little hesitant, probably.
Yeah.
We get a bit more aggressive for that.
It's almost like I could show you like what,
Do you want to have a go?
yeah, what I would do
Please do.
technique wise.
You're decent with short game, aren't you?
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
yeah, it'd be pretty good to get a proper look at what you're doing. Because, mate, this is the part of my game that, yeah, it is a bit of a struggle at the moment.
Like, not all chips are the same, right? So if I'm hitting this that way and I'm set up down the slope, I can expect maybe to like brush it off the turf and like not really have much of a divot.
Yeah.
But when you're in this situation, like it's wet, you're into an upslope, like if you're digging in, it's not really an issue.
Yeah.
Like, it's almost like you've got to be happy, like having that level of like turf interaction, like not seeing it as a
Not being
problem.
scared of it and getting shallow and dumping
Yeah,
it.
because the ground, it isn't a problem. It's like you can like work into it.
Yeah.
And you make that kind of turf interaction, you think, oh, that's scary, but the strike was fine.
Yeah.
So it's like you'll see Spieth in this sort of situation, and he'll make that kind of difference.
Just take chunks,
like
yeah.
that. So it's not. Everyone's got their own way of doing it, but I would certainly more on the side of like you could pull that up more and then brush it more.
Yeah.
I'm not bothered.
You're just dumping it in.
But I'd find I'd strike it like that. Whereas if I tried to like use the bounce and brush it more, you get that slightly chubby one.
Yeah. Loose strike.
Yeah, whereas that's fine.
So I think
Just don't be scared of the turf interaction. You get your low point far enough left, and then just let it. Yeah, that's like other world.
yeah. There you go. Yeah.
That was like infinitely better
It's weird.
in terms of the flight.
I honestly feel like most of my short game problems are down. Well, all of them down to technique.
Yeah.
Because when Liam showed me that bunk shot yesterday, I can actually hit the shots. It's just I don't know if my current technique is built around like fear and just.
Yeah, sometimes it can be a bit of a mindset thing of like that you should like brush the ground, or like that's what it should look like.
Yeah.
But then you've got to adapt to the context. Like that's never gonna look like it would if you're on a flat chip that was pretty dry.
Yeah.
So you've got to see the same kind of like divot that you see as a problem as not a problem in that situation.
Just don't be afraid of it.
Yeah, just don't be afraid of it. Because that was pure, wasn't it?
That was pure, yeah. Right, first green that might not be done. Oh shit. There is a tractor.
They're literally right there now.
Do you think they're doing it right now?
I think so.
That's potentially the last one they do of the day, isn't it? Because it's the furthest away.
Do you think they've worked back to that one?
Potentially.
It's alright, it's just going to have a bit longer in.
How much do you try and take swing work, pre-shot routine, and all those bits that you drill in? How much do you try to take to the actual golf shot? Because with that one, I'm like thinking heavily at the moment.
Yeah.
Like it's trying to get off, trying to get on, and then hit a golf shot last.
Yeah, I think you kind of sometimes got to be a little bit more like easy on yourself because of where you are in the like journey from the lesson. It's like you had the lesson yesterday. There were some new elements added in. You've hit probably 20 balls, 25 balls today that are in the context of a warm-up.
Yeah.
With no other real like dedicated practice to it, and then you come out. I think if you could come out and go right, like, did I do my good pre-shot routine and was my intention right on the shot, and then just let the outcome be a little bit less of a thought.
Yeah.
So you're still bringing it out onto the course. You're just like reframing the way you see it this early in like the swing change.
Yeah.
Because your reaction asking me that question is obviously to the shot you've hit.
Yeah. So it's obviously playing a tournament on Thursday.
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
It's hard, isn't it?
It is tough because you're like, how much do I take? I know I swing it better when I do the stuff that he's trying to get me to do.
Yeah.
But then you don't want to like get in your own way.
You probably just want to, if you need something, just pick like one thing. What's
Pick
the most
one simple
important
thing
that I can like really rely on.
Yeah.
What's the most important piece, and then go from there.
Yeah. I think that's the good thing about coming out on the golf course, isn't it? Because you can sort of learn which pieces you can take.
Yeah.
And which pieces are best to sort of be left on the driving range, essentially. Okay. What club you got? 4 iron. Just hitting it.
Just left with the trap, I think.
You what?
It's in the clutch event.
Just make up and down.
Feed it through there.
Just be wildy up and down.
Miss a couple of molehills in the way you go.
A few roots. it's just got a dead bounce on it. It's good effort.
Not really bounce.
Not bad. Bounce left, isn't it?
Yeah. Have another go. It's like ball speed, isn't it?
Ball speed.
Yeah, it's loads.
That's coming out hot, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's the first bit of it.
Would you tend to chip with 60 everywhere?
I want to start becoming a bit more like that,
Yeah.
just so I can, like, practice, just make practice more efficient.
Yeah.
Like the way Mickelson approaches, I guess. Or what'd you do?
Just one club.
One club. Just get really good at one club.
There's no right way, is there? It's
Nah.
just whatever suits.
Yeah.
There you go. That's lovely.
Just that extra bit of loft.
One club
Yeah.
and do loads of chipping comps against your mates. I think it's the best way of getting good at chipping.
It's just what we used to do as a junior.
Mate, juniors
So we used to
play
do.
stupid shots.
Yeah.
So you play the most like extravagant speciality shots, and then
Yeah.
you work back from them.
Yep.
And then everything feels normal when you're on the golf course.
Yeah.
You know?
Just constantly hitting flop shots and hitting out wood.
Yeah, all of that stuff. Like when you're a kid, we all talk about it.
Yeah.
Same with putting.
Yeah.
Play like US Open and stuff like that
Yeah.
for 50p, and it's the best you've ever putted in your life.
Yeah, 100%. It's funny, innit? Like as an adult, you feel like you've got to switch your adult brain on and go into systematic. Like a piece of paper out,
Yeah.
write all my drills,
Yeah.
collect my analytics,
Yeah.
not just going to like sort of chuck a few balls down, have fun, and like create some shots.
Pros love a system.
Yeah,
A matrix. and
makes
all
them
that.
makes them
Wedge
feel
matrix.
safe, doesn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
You got a little blanket over them.
Yeah.
Right then, this hole is, well, it's been made shorter, which is a shame because it's such a strong hole from back there. Greenkeepers are busy doing their thing on the green, so just a little tiddler.
Yeah, just get it down there.
Shot.
Yeah, just like focus more on your pre-shot than anything else, and then
Yeah, it's better.
better. Yeah.
I know it's probably not. But I talk about it. Yeah, that swing's probably not optimal at all, but like, if you've got tournaments in and around swing changes, you sort of got to just like work out what you can take in, I guess, haven't you?
It all depends on how much you like really want to score in that moment, or whether you can sort of let that competition just be a way of testing it and not be too bothered about the score.
Yeah.
Because if you're not bothered about the score, it doesn't matter. But obviously, we all want to play well,
Yeah.
so you just got to suspend it a little bit and then get back on it.
Yeah, it's a case of drilling it. Tomorrow, like, focus on pre-shot routine and go from there. Yeah, that's so much better.
Lovely, yeah. What you'll also find as well with like a lot of the drills, there's a hitting the ground element to it.
Yeah.
So it's quite difficult to replicate it on the course without wanting to dig it up.
Especially when you've got green.
Yeah, exactly.
Pitch it halfway on the green to the flag, and
What
just
club
let it
you
roll
got?
out.
60.
Yeah, you shouldn't spin up too much out of this lie.
Funky bounce. Right, what's the distance?
173,
73 playing.
probably closer to 83. Yeah, that'll be fine.
Right then, should we go here?
Yeah, that's good.
Floaty spinner. Oh yeah, that's nice. Yeah, decent. Just a couple yards too heavy.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Great shot. Almost. Almost did the business, that one.
Right, that is it. Cheers for the game, mate.
Yeah, cheers, mate.
Enjoyed that.
Yeah, it's good.
That was good fun.
Good.
Hope you picked something up from that. See you on the next one.